So we finally lost a game. Let's not make a habit of that, shall we? Hi there folks, and welcome back to Global Domination. I'm Nick from Sonic FM, and this is episode number 21. Today we've got two games coming up. We have the Indonesian Cup 4th round second leg against Mitra Kukar, and we have Bayern FC in the league, both games at home. Now, since yesterday, we left off with a win against Persela. We won both games against Persika in the third round of the Indonesian Cup. Rather convincing 5-1 aggregate victory. Giovanni playing absolutely brilliantly, got a goal in both games, a couple of assists in there as well. Giovanni started to play quite well for us. He's already on, I think, 5 assists and 4 or 5 goals as well for the season. But we'll come back and we'll have a look at him in just a second. After the Persika game, we then had a nothing each draw against Persib. Beat Badak Lampung 4-0, beat Persija 3-2, won the first leg of the 4th round tie against Mitra Kukar 1-0 away from home, and then we lost 3-2 to Persis. So, after the game against Badak Lampung, when we won 4-0, I thought things were starting to turn around. So we were talking yesterday about how things were tight, but especially with the winning 2-0 and then a couple of good victories in the cup. Alright, a draw there wasn't great. But then 4-0 against Badak Lampung, I thought things were starting to turn around. And then we went into the Persija game. And as you can see, we only won that because of a 90th minute winner from Giovanni. And then 1-0 against Mitra Kukar in the cup. Ibikob getting the goal there, and then lost 3-2 to ESIS. If we go and we have a look at the match report, you see again, 81st minute, we took the lead both times and then just gave it away. A silly penalty and then an 81st minute goal from Kamal. So things are, performance-wise, not great at the moment. We just need to make sure this doesn't become a habit, that it is a one-off. I mean, it was our first defeat in, I think it was 17 games. So, not overly concerned. And if we have a quick look at the league, we can see that we're still 4 points ahead of Persicabo. They've dropped a few points as well. So, we're not doing too badly. There are only 14 games left to play. So we just need to, as I said, make sure that this doesn't become a habit. And we'll see how we got on with the 2 games that we have today. As I said, Giovanni's started to come into a bit of a game. If we have a look at him here, we can see started 6 games, 5 goals and 4 assists in those 6 games. In the league, it's 5 appearances, 3-3. He's won player of the match twice, understandably so. So he is starting to play really well. I have noticed that his best positions are either as a shadow striker or as an inside forward on the right hand side. Played him a game on the left. He didn't really play too well, but he's played really well over here. And what I've found is that having Arwande as an inside forward on the left and Giovanni as an inside forward on the right seems to work quite well for us as well. But we'll get in now to the game against Mitra Kukar, and this is going to be the team for that game. We have Sriwijaya in goals, Christian Toko, Herodin, Fatari and Andika at the back, Taiwanella and Harris in midfield, Suryawan, Giovanni and Arwande as attacking midfielders, and Rambi up front. There's a bit of rotation going on because it is a league game, and I wanted to bring Kartika in here. There is a bit of rotation going on, mainly because, as I've said before, part of the rules of the save are that we need to win the cup and the top division before we can leave. We've already won the cup. So as nice as it would be to win again, I'm not, it's not my main focus. The league is. If we get eliminated, I wouldn't be overly disappointed. by that, because it is more games that we're playing that, you know, we could be doing without playing them. But I'm not going to intentionally throw it, but I will rotate a fair bit for the games. But we go here now with Rambi coming forward with it. Gets the shot away, but it's more of a pass back really, and Indrayana in goals for Mitra Kukar. Holds on easily. And it's Kukar with the attack now. Senna plays the ball into the box and Sriwijaya comes out and claims that one. And rolls it out now to Fatari. Fatari, long ball forward looking for Rambi, but it's cut out by the defence. Only as far as Harris though. Harris plays it to Indika. Indika looking for Rambi over the top. Finds him. Rambi on the right hand side now. Plays the ball back across the box to Taiwanella. Taiwanella with the first time strike. And it's just over the bar. We do know that our midfielders love a goal from the outside the box, so wouldn't have been surprised if that one had went in. But 20, coming up to half an hour played, and we have Christian Toko on the left, plays it in, looking for Giovanni, but it's cleared away by the defence again. Andika picks up the clearance, plays it out now again to Christian Toko. Plays it inside to Taiwanella, slides it through to Siriawan, inside to Rambi, but he's offside. And this is pretty much how most of the games have been going so far. Over the past, between the past couple of episodes, is that we go long spells between highlights. We get highlights and we get goals disallowed for offside. Things like that. And it's, the players don't play, they don't play badly, but they don't play brilliantly either. Senna trying to get the shot away, but that was a great tackle coming back there by Fatari. And it's Mitra Kukar trying to build something again, but Christian Toko has it now on the left hand side. Plays it inside to Harris. Harris gives it back to Christian Toko, who's driving down the left now. Plays it forward to Suriyawan. Suriyawan gets the ball in, but Sirien gets in front of the shot from Rambi. And we go again just before half time. Christian Toko with the throw in, but there's nobody there for it. And Fatari wins the ball at the back. Can't find Rambi ahead of him though. And it's Mitra coming forward on the attack again. Eridan wins that one in there. And Rambi's picked up in midfield now. Harris plays it long ball out wide to Arwandi. Arwandi, can he get something going here? Gets to the byline, gets the ball in. Suriyawan was there, but just touched away by the defence. And Taiwanella plays it back to Christian Toko, who's in. And Misrien again mopping up at the back. We're still pressing now. Andika on the right. He gets a ball in this time, and it's fallen to Suriyawan. He gets a shot away, but it's blocked back to Taiwanella, whose shot goes over the bar. I think this might be the last highlight before half time, and it's Rambi coming through. He gets the shot away. This time it's in. An assist from Giovanni. 16th goal of the season for Rambi. And that will be the, I think, 5th assist for Giovanni. And at least 3 of those have been for Rambi as well. Rambi gets between the 2 centre backs and gets his shot away just beyond the keeper, and that takes us into half time. And I can't really say I'm not happy with the performance because we are winning, but I'm not happy with the performance. We'll go with very pleased, keep everybody kind of motivated a bit. See how we got on in the second half. Arwandi is not having a great game out on that left hand side. On the right hand side, sorry. Might look to make that change now. Bring him off, and I think we'll give Karthika some game time out there. As you can see, Karthika is now starting to show as right. Before he was just a centre attacking midfielder, now he's showing right centre as well. Alayubi was before only showing right midfielder, but he's showing attacking right midfielder as well. I can't speak today. So, those two are starting to learn their position, or the position that I want them to play in. Harris trying to flick the ball on there, but cut out again by, I don't know if it's Siren or Misiren, how you pronounce it. He's having a great game for Mitra Kukar anyway. It's Uranga cuts that one out this time. Harris again with it. Plays it out wide to Andika. Andika coming forward with it. Plays it back to Harris. He gets a ball in over the top to Rambi. Rambi's shot saved by Indriana, but I think he was offside. It's Andika with it again from the free kick. Kartika has it. Plays it inside to Giovanni. Giovanni back to Andika. He gets the ball into Suryawan. Suryawan gets his shot away, but Indriana easily across to collect that one. Now it's Adrianus on the ball, but Kartika picks it up. Rambi with it now. Is Suryawan ahead of him. Suryawan gets onto the ball. He tries the shot. The keeper gets down well to save that one, and that goes for a corner. After this highlight, I think we'll be making another substitution or two. And the corner comes in, but it's cleared away. And the attack comes to nothing. So Giovanni is tiring, so we'll take him off. And what I think we'll do is we'll bring on Alayubi and we'll swap him and Karthika. And Fitari is tired as well, and he's on a yellow card, so we'll bring Riddle on for him. And that's our 3 substitutions with 15 minutes left to play. Still 1-0 to us, 2-0 on aggregate. So, quite comfortable over the 2 legs. But as I said, it's this lack of goals, the fact that we're only winning by the odd goal, we're not scoring a lot, which is what concerns me, because that then can lead to things like what we've seen, happen here, where we were leading 1-0, then 2-1, and lost it 3-2. See the same happen here. We were ahead twice, and Persiger came back into it twice, and it was only a last minute goal from Giovanni that got us the win. So that's what concerns me. We'll see we should find out who we get in the cup in the next round. Just now. And we've got Bali United. So Bali United, we played them earlier. We only drew with them in the league earlier in the season. Bali are sitting 17th in the league, but I get a funny feeling this is going to be another tough game, although you wouldn't think it with their league position. The fact that we drew with them earlier in the league, again, could be a bit of a banana skin. But as I said, if we do go out, not overly disappointed by that, mainly because it then freezes up for the league games. But speaking of league games, we have the league game against Bayern FC coming up next, so we'll be back in just a second with that game. And back now for the game against Bayern, and this is the team we're going with for that game. So we have Sriwijaya in goals, Lestaluhu, Dawanga, Fatari and Andika at the back, Taiwanela and Sawandi in midfield, Kurniawan, Oharela and Giovanni are our attacking midfielders, with Rambi leading the line up top. And let's get into the game. I had a look, and Persicabo are not playing today, they play tomorrow. So again, a good chance for us to increase that gap and put the pressure on them to get a result in their game. But first things first, and more importantly, we need to make sure that we get the win here today. As I said, we don't want that defeat to be the start of a slide. I know it can happen sometimes in Football Manager, where you'll go long periods undefeated, then you'll lose one game, and all of a sudden it's losses and draws and losses and draws the next few games. And that is not ideal start. Say start, we're half an hour into the game. Free kick in from the left hand side, Milana plays it in, Sriwijaya misses it, Dewanga misses it, and Yusuke and Toro is there to slot it home. Clearly onside. Just a mistake from the keeper and the defender. We'll need to try and pull ourselves back into the game. Giovanni with the free kick, but the keeper comes out and punches it clear. Giovanni's picked it up again in midfield. Ionella plays it back to Leicester. He plays it over for Ramby, but Ramby loses out. Kearney Allen picks up, though, comes back to Giovanni, and I don't know if that was the keeper or the post, but it was kept out somehow. And as I said before, we're not getting much in the way of highlights. Nothing much is happening, which is what's concerning me. I mean, that's half time. We only had 2 highlights there. The XG of 0.27. 2 shots on target from 3. It's just not good enough. We need to do better. And the players can do better. We know that the players are good enough. I mean, they've got us to the position that we're in so far. There's just too many players now not showing up. Johnny Allen is having a horrendous game. He's going to come off and we'll put Orwandi on there for him. O'Harella, likewise, is having a horrendous game. So Leicester Luhu can come on for him. Giovanni's not playing particularly well. Nor is Ersan Leicester Luhu, Wanga or Andika. Or Ramby. We'll leave it at that for now. And see over the next few minutes how things go. It's either Leicester Luhu or Ramby. I think it's got to be Ramby. Because we need a goal. We need to score. We'll demand more from the team. And we have our first highlight of the second half. It's Andika with the ball now. Plays a long ball forward. Leicester Luhu picks up and plays it out wide to Orwandi. Orwandi inside to Sawandi. He finds Ibekob, slides through Giovanni. Giovanni, one touch too many potentially there. And the keeper gets out and does well to save it. But it looks like we are going to be suffering our second defeat in as many games. I don't know if it's a fitness thing. Don't know what it is. I mean, if we, I honestly I'm at a loss as to what's going on. But let's see how Persicabo do in their game. Hopefully they can do us a favour and drop points in their game as well. They're going up against Persila, who are 8th in the league. So we'll see what happens with that one before we look at what we're doing tomorrow. So they only drew, which is good for us because it still keeps us 3 points ahead of them. So that's not too bad. But that is our 2 games for today. So what I'll do is I'll play through the rest of October and we'll come back at the start of November, probably with Bali United and Persis solo. It might, if we get past Bali United in the quarterfinals of the Cup, we might have a Cup game in here as well that we'll do. But I'll be round about the start of November somewhere whilst I go and try and work out what's going on with the team that we're all of a sudden losing so badly. We're not losing badly, we're losing by 1 goal, but we're just not playing well. I mean, if we look at the player ratings, couldn't think of the word. We've got 1, 2, 3 players on a 6.2, 1 on a 6.0, 1, 2 on a 6.3. There is nobody Fatari played a 7.2. He was the only player to play above a 7 in that one. Even in the game against Mitra Kukar, which we won, Sriwijaya obviously had to make a lot of saves. He had a 7.4, and Herodin and Rambi on 7.3s. Look at the PSIS game. Ibekob on a 7.3, mainly because he scored, and goals are heavily weighted towards your rating. And Lester Luhu on a 7 again, because he scored. So we're not playing fantastically, but at the same time, we're not playing overly badly. There's, but I'll go away and I'll try and figure this out over the next few games. And as I said, we'll be back tomorrow, around about the start of November. And that is the end of episode 21. Now, don't forget, if you like the video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below and leave a comment letting you know where you think we're going wrong. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell. Make sure you don't miss any videos going forward. I upload daily around 8 PM UK time. And as always, thank you very much for watching.